All right, so we're gonna have another go at this. Earlier on today, I was trying to go through a trial run from the Ancient Altar on different not on Hell, just to see what damage I can do, and then work. I got called into work, so we're gonna have another crack at it. Basically, I don't have to change anything, so it was set up earlier. Um, but we don't care about Team One. Team Two is basically the least amount of damage that allows me to kill the second boss. And then we put as much damage into Team 3 as we can. And what I'm trying on this round is we want to go Praying Eyes, which only works for members that do crit. Um, and then on my next run, the only change I'm going to make is we're going to try and see if Soaring Medallion, which is a lower rarity, and that's level 49, that's level 33. Um, so I want to see if a lower rarity and a lower level does more damage. So let's have a go. So I did actually do this run earlier on this morning, so I know exactly how much damage this should do. So this would be more like a confirmatory run. But I cracked out 38 million earlier from memory. So what I need to do with this team is everyone but Lee Ran needs to be on manual. And I don't actually need to control where the attacks go. I just need to control that they happen as soon as possible. You see Lee Ran here, like, what's that, 1 second delay? And it can make all the difference if they're using their ults like 10, 15 times throughout the battle. The main one is to make sure that defense down is up for as long as possible. So the run that I did this morning actually was a bit better than that. That time I had about 5 seconds left over, and this morning I had 12 seconds left over. So there is obviously still a bit of RNG that's going on there. Now with this one, I just want to move Taylor up to here just to kind of, because at the moment he'll jump straight back here. And I just want to kind of reduce the circle that the heal needs to be cast in. And I think, do you reckon there's better? Let's see if he goes over there. And now Taylor can be on manual, on auto, sorry. Lesson learned from last week is that I did a run where I don't think that's going to be a good spot. We'll see. I did a run where I manualed. What did I do? I was only using the heals when I needed them, like I was trying to time them, instead of just using them as soon as they're up and ready to use. And it actually made me do a lot worse. Like I dropped about 7 million damage on that key. Um, Probably wasn't the only RNG cause of it, but it was quite a substantial difference. So goals that we're aiming for this time is we want. So this like today I want to do basically at least 37 million. Just so we know, hey, we're on the same bar as last week. But by the end of this week, I want to be cracking out. I want to be two key in this boss. So to two key the boss, I need to do 104 million damage, so I need to be doing 52 million per key. Yep. And I need a bit of a buffer factor, so I probably need to be cracking out at least. What have I done there? I've only done 25 million, I think. So the RNG that I've got this time has caused my most run. Oh shit. 30. Oh, that's worse. 27 million this time. All right, 27 million. So the only change I'm making this time is we are swapping out Praying Eyes and we're chucking in Soaring Medallion. So the only other rough thing though is that, I mean, my RNG um, varied quite a bit that time. About 10 mil, so about 25%. So, I mean, I'm hoping. I mean, if I do less than 27 million this time, we just know that this one's worse. And if we do about 37 mil, it could be on par. But if it does anything more than 30, or say anything more than 38 mil, this rune's better. Who's our big damage dealer? So Daniel in at 1. I think Kalaza actually builds up over time. I'm not too sure. I'll be able to give it a good test this time, but at the moment, Kalaza's behind by 2 mil, or about 20%. So then we've got a bit better RNG, 8 seconds. No, so it looks like Senway's still a bit better than Kalaza, and also Senway's only like Immortal +1, and Kalaza is Immortal +5. Starting a bit of a gauge of their damage now. So what I'm really hoping to do is get them down to about by the time I lose these two, I really want to see this boss down at about like 65 million. That's a clear sign that this team is a bit stronger. Or sorry, Medallion's a bit stronger. I think that was the hit that killed him last time. So he's scraped through that. So I'm already sitting at 33 million now, which isn't a record. All right, cool. I think that's going to call it. So, um, almost 40 million. Would be 40 million if I kept these guys going. So, definite 3 key. But we need to kind of upgrade our damage by about 50%. So, we need to be cracking out about 60 million, say, just to be make sure we're 2 key in this guy. So, the next change, so we know Soaring Medallion, even though it's a lower rarity and it is a lower level, Soaring Medallion's better, it seems. All right, because I haven't got to run that good. So, actually, let me do the exact math. So, 103.7. Yep, so 39.5 million. So that is a new record. Now, what I want to do is I'm in the unique case where we can see how powerful Emma going from EX29 to EX30 is. Boom. Cool. So that's the only change we've made. I am actually going to put. No, we're going to start saving our red runes up for Bailey now. I would love to actually do Daniel, but need to start saving red runes because it takes quite a while. I mean, I've been playing this is week 6, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 37 days in. So, yeah, 5 weeks. So we're in the fifth week. So, I've only just got my second hero EX30, so we can say average 2.5 weeks to get enough red runes per hero. And I should be getting Bailey in about 2 weeks. So everything is going towards Bailey now, and then after that we can go for Daniel. So let's make sure I actually hit that. EX30, so that buff is during the activation or her ult, um, each of Emma's basic attacks and her ult will have a 50% chance to extend the duration of weapon activation by 1 second. When Emma casts the weapon activation skill she gains during the weapon activation duration, the skill is cast immediately and the duration will be refreshed. So she can just rapid fire arrows for ages, basically. So let's have a little look. So we've got no changes. We've still got Emma here. We've got Soaring Medallion. We're not doing anything. We just know now that Emma is EX13. Which I didn't actually look to see how much damage Emma did. That would be another good thing to see as well. But we can go back in the video and have a look later on. See, the other thing to keep in mind as well is like with the autoing, like say for argument's sake, I'm just trying to round these numbers, well, not round them up, but exaggerate them a little bit. If it's say like 1.5 second delay between Liran manually using his heal, like automatically using his heal, or me manually using it for him, say if it's 1.5 second, and they chuck down uh, seven ults in a battle, he's sort of like 10.5 seconds behind all up, and that's probably a whole ult. So you actually miss out on Leran doing one extra heal, and that's the same with everybody if they delay 1.5 seconds. So, not that I encourage using manual all the time; it'd be too annoying. But if you're so close to achieving something, give manual a go. All right, let's see how much damage she picks up. See, I think she's actually smashing ahead of Taylor, whereas it was a little bit close last time. Like, yeah, she's triple Taylor. There's no way that was much closer last round. Perfect timing and get these ults off right before I get hit, I think. And then get the big hit, get my ult straight back. Alright, yeah, so we've done more damage, which pretty sure everyone's about to get one-shotted. So we just added 4 mil to that run. So before we said we did 39.5, so right now I reckon I could squeeze a little bit more out. But so we just added 8 mil damage. That was just Emma's EX30 from 29. So that is quite the buff there. Right, that's good to know. So we short on what did I say? That was 48. And I think I need to be adding about another 10 mil damage to that over the next week, so that's pretty good to know. And just because I didn't get it in this video, it was the last video I got it, so why is doing 50 mil so important? So there's two ways you can attack doing Ancient Altar once you can kill Hell. So you need to go 3 keys on here, doing about 35 million a piece, which means you get this reward 3 times. So let's say best case scenario, you get 9 limited tickets, 6 advanced tickets, and you get about 1,300 of these, and you get 3 like legendary pieces. On top of that as well, because you killed the boss, you get this twice. So 9 limited tickets plus 16, 25. Best case scenario, you get 25 of those, and you probably, I think it was 12, 18 of those all up. So yeah, first way you can do it, 3 keys on this, 1 key on hard, 1 key on normal. And the other thing, just to know if you haven't seen it before, is like when you do Novus or Easy, you only get this reward once if you kill it. But if you go to normal down here, if you kill normal, hard, or hell, you get this reward twice. So that's where the difference is. So on easy, if you decide to go 3 key, 1 key, 1 key, that's all your keys, or you go 2 key, 1 key, 1 key, and all you're doing is instead of getting the last third run on hell, you're sacrificing that run to get this. So what would you basically all it comes down to is what you prefer. Do you prefer killing easy and getting 3 limited tickets and 4 advanced tickets and 30 of those, or do you prefer to sacrifice 3 of those and get 2 diamonds and legendary gear? That's all it's come down to. That's the sort of trade-off that you're doing. And for me, is that 3 to 4 of those? So if you put a key into easy, you're guaranteeing that you get 2 or 3 instead of 1 to 3. You're guaranteeing that you get 3 to 4 instead of 1 or 2. You're sacrificing diamonds. No diamonds, but you're getting 30 of the purple runes. And I would say diamonds are better than 450 of those are better than 30 of those runes. And then all this is relatively pointless, whereas that's quite good. So you get better here, worse here for doing this one. For me, I like limited tickets. So from now on, I'm going to be going 2 hell, 1 hard, 1 normal, 1 easy. So 2 key hell, 104 million health. I've got to do 52 million health per key. And right then you saw that I did 46. Yeah, so I've got to add about another 10 million just to give me a 2 mil buffer. That's pretty much what I'm working towards now. So, and that's not too hard, really. A few levels, a few more talents, and I'll get that quite easily. Anyway, that is my Ancient Altar test run for the week. Let's see what we get in a week's time from now. Cheers. Have a great time.